Yeah, I know. You could sit here and just talk about it. But that way, I probably gone. But there's a lot of. I don't know how that for whatever reason, it's here. So I get a lot of build-up. It's hard to work with.
Because they're sort of
That's good. Yeah. That's good. You can stay with your brother. It's like an actual like eye that they step on the scene where they pull out. Can I get it? I was just here and hear from with the crowd. I remember the name kept really pronounced really now. They use the eye out. Yeah. The ghost. Now I want to everyone. Kind of what counts. My piano too. Because just because Zach, where's your coffee?
Yeah. When it all began. What are other words?
That's the only part everyone. Yeah.
Welcome. Whose first time is it in the Mahaney Arts Center Dance Theater? Welcome. Great to see you. So this is our amazing space in the dance department at Middlebury College. I'm here to introduce the dance company of Middlebury with our guest artist Arisa White and McLean Michonis and Burke Crosby on lights. Dance company of Middlebury is this really amazing class where you work all fall, show where you're at, and then you work all J-term. Premiere the work, and then take it on tour. So it's really unique, and I feel it's the closest thing to being a professional artist that I get to do as a faculty member, And it's the closest thing that I feel students get to do to being professional dancers by being in the dance company. So it's a really amazing opportunity for me to engage with dancers this way and to collaborate on this deep level over time. So in a broad picture, the dance department is a team. Got Lida Winfield, Mishi Chavez, Karima Borney, Crystal Brown here in spirit, and Tiffany Wilbur, our coordinator, Ron Rost, and Deborah Falmouth are our wonderful accompanists. So this process is a multi-year process. Risa White is a librettist, a poet, and wrote an opera that will premiere this June in Colby College called Postpartum, the opera. And this project we've been working on for a number of years. A number of mid students have come to Colby for a couple weeks in the summer and developed ideas. And this project was really a deep dive to collaborate with Arisa to work on themes and images and story in the libretto, to push myself to be telling a story as a choreographer. And I'm just so excited by where we've arrived at. So next week we travel to Portland, Maine. We're working with Indigo Arts Alliance and the Mechanics Hall and performing and doing a workshop out there. So if you know people, please send them. We have some showings at the end of the semester in the dance department with posters there. One of our alumni, Miguel Castillo, will be showing a work in progress, and there'll be some class showings. You're so welcome to come into the dance department as a beginner or as an advanced dancer and come and take class. Happy, and all the faculty are happy to share with you what's happening in the spring. Thank you so much for being here. This is the premiere of Willow's Apothecary.
the song.
of earth.
spirits we feel need your forgiveness. Your mother follows you below. Your life is linked and continuous. It is as long as you can feel it. Great and grand, your belonging is unstoppable. These spirits we feel need your forgiveness. It is your duty below to heal mother wounds that sicken the soul. These are all the ways in which I've bent. These are all the ways in which we bend. Your capacity to change for good, to change too much. It's not your fault. The world does not want a woman who refuses to conform. My child, have you bent too far beyond your limits? Wounds harden and you lose you. It's not your fault. Born into a cycle of pain, it's time to readapt this ability to bend. Love exists and you're full of it. Through tribulation, love, and fear, find your fit. Become an endless song, willow, that lifts the veil. Like trees in the wind, those who come next. Within our bloodline, mend your story. Find the resilience, reconstruct, and balance. Willow, you are a seed to a tree. us. Let us live, let us. Was our love not remedied? Did it not fight enough? We weren't all enemies. I never knew your love. Gone is your voice I didn't hear. What protects us? Who protects us? We weren't all enemies. Let us live. Let us. I'm tired of this riot against my body. The hate that wants a house inside of me. Was our love not remedied? Did it not fight enough? Gone is your voice I didn't hear. I never knew your love. What protects us? Who protects us? We weren't all enemies. I'm tired of this riot against my body. The hate that wants a house inside of me. I never knew your love. Gone is your voice I didn't hear. Let us live, let us. Let us live, let us. Let us live, let us. Truth says, ain't I? And Lord says, silence is a master's tool. What protects us? Who protects us? Let us live, let us. Let us live, let us. Let us live, let us. Was our love not remedied? Did it not fight enough? We weren't all enemies. I'm tired of this riot against my body. The hate that wants a house inside of me. Truth says, ain't I? Lord says, silence is a master's tool. Roll up your sleeves. Scream for all screams not screamed. There are no eves of Eden in a perpetual state of fear. Let us live. Let us. Let us live. Let us. Let us live. Let us.
My child, you saw me.
I've always wanted to see you for myself.
With your eyes and heart see, I am sorry. With your eyes see the gift of your own inner world, your wild, bright beauty.
I see you.
we see you, Willow, for who you are. And together, we are the medicine. Our beautiful faces of faces, you know our faces. In joy and in pain, our beauty in all places. A seed to a tree, branches and roots and the ecology. This is Willow's apothecary. Now, with your love at work in the world, unconditional and miraculous mending, let your breath outnumber fear that confuses the heart. We see you, Willow. We see you.
Thank you. We'll be having a little Q&A. If you need to head out, this is a good moment. If you can stay for about 10 minutes, we'd love to hear your feedback. Thank you. All right, thank you so much for being here with us. This was our premiere, and we like to start a Q&A with popcorn impressions, a word, an image. What stood out to you?
Medicine.
Texture.
Generational.
Generational.
Powerful.
Powerful.
Cyclical.
Cyclical.
Reckoning.
Reckoning. love,
Hope and resolve.
hope and resolve. Great, thank you. Artists, do you have any questions for the audience?
I think something like, what do you think the story was? And what's the message you got from it?
I just read a book about the ancient Polynesian navigators and felt so connected to it. And so I was thinking of this, the theme of trying to look back to the wisdom that we often forget about in modern time to give us hope for what we can do in the future.
I found the soundtrack really helpful. There was a thumping in there that was like a real rhythm that had a backbone to the whole performance, and it really made it very powerful.
Yeah, I think back to the question of what was the story. I mean, it was a woven fabric of a story. I felt like I was in a dream, and I felt like in that dream space, animism becomes alive for me, and this idea that we are surrounded by object, but object is not it's not a dead thing. This isn't a dead chair that I'm sitting on. It's an object that has its own life force, its own relationship to the fabric of the universe, and in it, it rings with its own isness. And so I felt that the story was a ringing of an isness that moved forward and backwards in time. So there was something about aliveness that showed up for me.
I wasn't as deep as Mishi. I thought it was like a story about our mothers, and a story about our mothers being gone, and like passing on our history, and like what we thought we knew about our mothers, and then what we learned about our mothers way later. And in that, like, what was true or what wasn't true about whoever it was that we were born of their body.
I thought a message was not to reject people, but that the acceptance and love of other people is healing for us.
Can I just note a line that resonated? I don't think I'm going to remember it verbatim, but it was about hate wanting to build a house inside of me. I'm going to be thinking about that one. And can I ask some questions? Good. I'm curious from the perspective of the dancers, as well as the McLean, as the live musician. How do these sub-bass kind of droning pads influence the choreography and the movements? Because I associate pads and drones with stillness often when I hear them in music, and I'm wondering how, what the process was in kind of connecting that with what was happening movement-wise.
So I know, at least personally, I love sort of stillness to the music, that droning, to serve as almost heightening tension and bringing to me like a feeling that I then put onto the choreography. So multiple times in this piece we repeat very similar phrasing under very, very different contexts, and both the music and the feeling I'm getting from that are informing how I'm moving.
Yeah, so the way I normally work is I'll pick the song and then choreograph to the song or choreograph with the song. Because for me, it always feels like music and dance have such a special relationship, and in dancing to music and then placing music with dance, it has to be in a conversation with one another, or there's no point in them being together. So McLean produced the tracks pretty much before we practically composed the music and dance separately, and then kind of edited them together, and he adapted the tracks to us. And inherently in moving to music and different music than I originally composed it to, you naturally adapt physicality to the feeling of the music, because it compels you to move in a slightly different way, even if you are maintaining the choreography you originally set forth. So for instance, in that in one of the beginning solos, you'll hear a like heartbeat kind of drum pattern established when we're in the circle for the first mechanical section. And each time, because I do that same movement 3 different times throughout the piece, each one's slightly different because the music in my place in space is slightly different. So it highlights the role of music in changing movement and the real conversation that they both have to have with one another, because it's more than just a song and it's more than just movement. It's 2 things being in conversation with one another.
Last question, I just wanted to know from these main collaborators, and I want to mention, shout out to Brett Crosby, just why dance for like an electronic musician and for a poet? What is it about working with dance? Arisa, you have a long history of working with dance, and McLean sometimes joins in our warm-ups. So yeah, what is it that the layering with movement that feels connected to your forms?
I love dance, and I think that it's just so poetic. And I often think of the poem as an embodied experience. So a dancer is that immediate translation of the poem from the page into the body, in the sense that there's often this lyrical element. There's not often causality, right? Cause and effect in a poem. And so it moves and engages the world similar to how we move and engage and relate. And so I think that the moving body maintains that mystery, that unknownness that we're trying to figure out with our breath and our physicality, and translating it each day into a kind of meaning that keeps us going. So I just love what can happen when the body is scripting itself in space intentionally to a text.
I second that. Yeah, for me too. Dance and working with dancers brings something out of me in my practice that I don't often get to experience as a studio musician, electronic musician, or producer. My interaction with my own practice is often through a mouse and a clicker and typing on computers and plugging in wires, and embodied is a word you brought up that I connect with as well. There's something to me about the unpredictability about it. is sort of letting my body script itself, setting everything up, setting up all sorts of processes and things in the background, but then just allowing my body to take shape, hitting the piano a couple times, plucking a few strings, riding feedback levels in the room, and all that feels very much as choreographic as what they're doing out there. There's in some ways, my body becomes that bridge between what's happening in the dance and what's happening in the music. So I love what it does. I love that feeling. It's the aliveness, I think, that you brought up that makes it just so special.
At one point, were you playing the piano bench?
I was, yes. I was just shaking it. Yeah, I haven't done that one before, admittedly.
One comment on what Arisa and McLean said too, and Misha, you brought up the isms throughout the subtext of the piece and then the overall arc of the piece too. I think within dance, music, and poetry, you have each one has this ism and existence of its own, kind of like a person, and you put them together in a group of people in a community that's having a conversation amongst themselves and together, and the beauty of bringing the choreography, which was set, and the poetry and the text that was pretty much set, and music that was set together into a conversation is that no one thing was overwhelming the other or controlling the other. You were allowing each piece to exist in and of itself and contribute the way that it was designed to contribute to the piece, which is social commentary in its own right.
And in light of what Emma just said, I just want to commend all the performers, all of these artists for taking in these new layers. I saw this really deep connection and storytelling and character arcs tonight come alive in a way that I've never seen. So moving. Thank you. And thank you for being here with us, for making this possible. So tell your friends, one more show tomorrow, and thank you so much for coming. Good night.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I did not come up with it. I can't take credit for it. I know. I wish I could take credit.